I will let you know, Chris, because I've got the other screen on, mate. Bear
Hello.
with me, mate.
Can you hear us now? Because yeah.
Are we there then?
Can you point to it? Is it on
Let
the,
us know
is
in
it
the
on the
chat
telly?
if it's working, please.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on the screen at the moment. I'm just doing refreshes constantly.
It should be coming out now.
Bing, yeah, we're on.
And we're off.
Are we on?
There we
Yeah,
go.
we're
Right.
on now.
Ted can do his intro again.
Right. Yes. We're back. I think we're back. Are we in? Can you see us?
Yeah, it's live now, mate.
Right, they can see us. Good. Yes. I'll have to start that all over again. It was really funny the first time round.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Hang on. Oh, shut up, iPad. Honestly. Trying to load the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, Foxx is having webcam issues, EC, mate. So yeah, you just got his avatar tonight.
Yeah, you get no picture from me tonight, sadly. Probably not a bad thing.
Which is funny because he keeps waving at the camera and saying hello, which is even more funny.
I know, I've done it about 4 times now.
Here we all are, apart from him.
Yes, I'm out of picture. I've run out of picture frames, so it's only so. But I'll do all the chat dollying tonight, so
Yeah.
nothing will be missed in chat.
It's because Foxx isn't here that we didn't notice that the stream wasn't going out when we were all being all pretty and presenting and everything. But yeah. So yeah.
Now, as we've already done the welcome and we've done Festus Factoids and we've done the what's in store.
Right, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. See you next week, folks.
Yeah, I think you missed it all. Sorry, we were all. Yeah, we've done our bit. So it's over to you in chat to tell us what to talk about.
Keith says Foxx is at the wrong end of the telescope.
Absolutely.
And Jeff at Candygram says best intro ever.
Yeah. Don't forget, folks, what's in the belly, what's on the bench, and have you finished the thing to get a super duper Ted Ding?
Ding.
There you go.
Look at that a bit closer. He's gone again. Look.
He's got it. It's going well tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just try this because I need to warm this up from that.
Jeff Light, Chris, is saying he can barely hear Teddy's sound is very quiet.
I can't adjust the balance between you lot. I can adjust me.
I literally fell out right as Ted did the ding then. So
yeah.
It's Vesta. No, it's not. It's bad.
This could go wrong because Ted might have to press buttons to see what his sound
Ted will
level
just have
is.
to speak up a bit or move himself closer to his microphone.
yes, but hopefully tonight I'll be able to keep a close eye on chat now because I'm not obviously pointing her out to camera. So welcome to all who are in chat. Do you want me to go through who's in chat?
Yeah, go on. Give you something to do, won't it?
Give us a couple of minutes. We have in chat, Mark Shellard was the first in, said evening everyone. Then followed by somebody called Gross Models and somebody called Skipper Scale Models. Don't know who they are. Andy Preston is in and Jeff Light. Welcome to both of you. Primetime Modelling and Highland Boy are both in. Lee Barrett and Jeff at Candygram for Mongo. Paul Di Tommaso is in, says hello to everyone. Anders Eriksson is in. EC Idaho says, are we waiting on Ted then? We're always waiting on Ted.
I'm here.
JC Bricks and Bills is in, and we have Highland Boy, we have Primetime Modelling, I think I've said him already. Keith says, hi everyone, welcome Keith. Carl at Making Models. Should be a new video from Carl going up in the next few days on this very channel.
Absolutely, yeah. We've seen sneak peeks, haven't we, mate?
I know, they're very, very good. Festa 67's Workshop apparently is in, don't know who that is.
No, never heard of him.
Some spoon. Andy M. Someone needs to put another 10p in the meter. Keith says they've forgotten it's British summertime. We know it's British summertime because it's just above freezing. AJ is in. Mark Shellard, and I think that's Skullfish.
Yeah, blast from the past. The legend that is Skullfish.
Donald McKenzie says he doesn't need to say sorry for being late, but you've told us you were late, so you need to say sorry now. And I think we're up to date. Richard Thomas, my chat's just gone funky. Paul Lewis is in. The Bobbins, Dorcasaurus and Gemma Williams. Hey Gemma, big hugs. Phil Kett, Andy McLeish.
And everybody else that knows me.
Yeah, that's just about everybody. If I've missed you, well, we'll probably say hello to you at some point.
Now, Gemma says she completed 2 puzzles, a 1,000 piece and a 150 piece. 150 pieces? What?
Yeah, but each piece could be just be a square with no tabs, Ted. It could be. It could be just a. It could be a photograph of beans.
come on, Jim, at 150 pieces, you're far superior than 150 pieces.
Yeah, but Ted, what if it's just a giant photograph of beans or noodles or something? That's quite challenging.
It could have been one of Chris's though, a simple one for Chris.
I don't go up to that high. I like the two-piece jigsaw puzzles.
But,
He's only got little legs.
Well, as you finish them, there we go.
Oh,
Paul D. Tommaso has finished a Metal Earth AT-AT.
ooh.
There we go.
Quite a lot of people doing those Metal Earth kits. They're quite cool.
Yeah, they are.
Keith says, Foxx, down here in Devon, we know when it's summer, the rain gets warmer. But now we're all required to do right like that now, you see, right? You got that rain gets warmer, right?
Get off my land.
That's right, Tony. You got this Roman layer, and then you got Anglo-Saxon layer. I know it's not. I know it's not Devon. Ted's just a pirate, apparently.
Yeah.
Phil Lewis says, I can see you, Fox. Look out your window.
Oh, hello. Yeah. Steady now. Chris, you need to do your Devony accent. Go on.
Is that the pirate one? That's the...
Yeah.
Or are me lovelies?
What was that? That's like an American actor doing an Irish accent. That's
I was
terrible.
trying to do it, yeah. I don't want to offend anybody, so I like to do nondescript accents.
I was convinced, mate. I thought Jack Sparrow had joined us.
You were doing that bloke that was in that Voyager episode, weren't you, playing the Irish guy? The ghost. That's right, my barber.
Absolutely.
Jim is explaining that the 150 piece was a wazzy jig, or was jiggy, a backwards jigsaw, where you don't get a picture. You just have to make it up as you go along. I know about them. I mean, we've done a couple of things.
Brew and Glue is in. Dan Kramer is also in. He says, I have a Monday off, so I get to make the show. Woohoo! Welcome to both of you. Somebody else came in, but I missed them, so I'll do it. John Howell is in. Hi, everyone, and a very good evening to one and all, says John Howell.
Hello, John.
Welcome.
Yeah, and for those of you who came along looking for us last week, we weren't here because if you didn't know, because for the week before we announced, it's getting complicated now, but for the week before we announced that we're now working to the summer timetable, which means that it's getting really up in our lofts and workshops and things like that. So rather than sort of wilter and die each week, we've gone to every other week, and we could do bits in the meantime when it's cooler. So that's
there's nothing worse than sitting down at the workbench and within 10 seconds you're just completely moist.
Yeah, because when we come on to stream and things like that, we have to put all the lights on and all the computers on, and the temperature sort of slowly rises. And it's currently sitting at about 25 in my workshop. That's the moment. So
I think it's about 26 in here, 24, I think. Lee Barrett says he's finished an Airfix 177 Hurricane Mark 1.
Oh, nice.
Now remember, folks, because we've extended it a bit. Ted doesn't know this because I've just decided, but we've extended it a bit. Normally we say if you finish something in the last week, but because we're only doing a show every 2 weeks, it's if you finish something in the last 2 weeks since the last show.
Oh, did the chairman agree to
last
this?
Show. Well, he got no choice because I've just said it.
No,
he doesn't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah, Primetime Ollie has got belly, meatballs, rice and pasta sauce.
Oh,
Benji
nice.
Finished a 2 3D printed apes, Cornelius and Zira.
Planet of the Apes, yeah, good shout.
Does that qualify for ding?
Yeah. Double ding.
There we go.
And bizarrely, Cornelius, that was the one played by Roddy McDowall, wasn't it?
Yes.
He posted them up in the boom. It's bizarrely, you can actually tell it's Roddy McDowall.
Yeah.
It's like a model of Roddy McDowall, and it's like it still looks like Roddy McDowall in ape makeup.
Yeah. EC Idaho bench Taito Pacific steam loco, painting and refurbishing it. A belly sweet pork enchilada.
Enchiladas. What are your benches and bellies?
Well, my bench tonight is the Titanic. Look at that, all of it.
Oh, I'm impressed, Ted.
As it has been, and so it shall be.
Is it finished?
The Titanic.
Yeah, I've been doing lots of the Titanic. I won't pick it up because it's not all glued together, but it's darn heavy.
Oh, mate, look at that lot.
It's all. I've gone through a roll of masking tape and masking it all off.
Wow.
And then you have to take the masking tape off and paint. Well, you paint it, take the masking tape off, and then apply it elsewhere and paint again. So I've gone through about 2 rolls of masking tape.
Oh, bless you, mate.
Don't forget, Ted,
lovely though.
You can save some. You can save some time when you paint the third class areas. You can just do a real ramshackle job on those.
Oh, yeah.
It's only the first class you've got to make the effort with.
Tonight's belly was fish finger sandwiches.
Nice. I've got pie and mash after
Pie and mash with liquor.
with liquor.
What is liquor again? It's like a saucy thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's like a savoury parsley sauce is the best way of describing it.
Ooh. Chris, what about you? What is it?
I had spaghetti and meatballs tonight.
Meatballs, get your
Meatballs and
meatballs
spaghetti.
here.
Meatball.
And I did some actual model type stuff.
No.
I scratch built a bit that was missing from my DeLorean car build.
Ooh.
One of the seat ratchety things was missing from my packet, so I just built one.
Oh, so proud of you, soldier.
I am so proud of you. You've
Well
gone
done.
beyond my skills.
We salute you.
Yeah.
I'm saluting. You can't see it. It
I'm
might not
sure
be a
you are,
traditional
yeah.
salute. Dinner for me tonight, don't know yet because we'll have it after the show. Probably Chinese takeaway because Mama Fox wants Chinese. She always wants Chinese takeaway. She's a devil. She's a terror. Belly, a bench. I'll show you. Look, I don't need to tell you what this is. Look at that.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
good,
I'll
isn't it?
put your full screen so we can see.
I don't even need to tell you what this is because you can all instantly recognise it.
Yeah,
See?
your thumb's in the way there, mate.
Oh, sorry. There you go. It
Cheers,
wasn't my
mate.
thumb, obviously.
Yeah. Post it.
1/12 scale as well. Look at that. Whew.
Yeah, I didn't think they did them in 1/4.
I know. I didn't think they could mould curves like that, but there you go. Ted says, Skullfish, your Titanic sinking into your bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yes, that's it. This is water level. This is all I'm going to build. I'm not going to build the lower part of it. I'm just going to build this as just.
Yeah, he's doing like a waterline model, but about an hour afterwards. Paul Lewis says, Belly, pork chow mein. Bench 1/12 MFH Ferrari 512S Le Mans. Beverage extra strong tea. Beer later.
Oh, I've got
Nice.
a beer in the fridge. I've just remembered I've got a beer in the fridge.
I may have a
And,
beer later on.
Yeah, above that, Highland Boy says they finished the U-Gears V-Express steam train with tender.
Nice,
nice one.
nice.
Lovely, lovely. Candy Graham says, looking good, Ted. I assume he means the Titanic. Could mean you because you writ
I
down.
think it
aren't
was
you?
Ted.
It's just me. Never mind. The Titanic looks all right as well. Well, just from a distance, anyway.
A lot of people don't know that Ted was actually in the second series of Cosmos, of Neil deGrasse Tyson's Cosmos. I think it's episode 2. Watch one of the animated bits. You'll see Ted sneaking into a workshop under the cover of night. Trust me, you'll see him.
Oh, let's go and have a look. Jackie says, Ted, your sound is really quiet. Can I turn it up? I don't know how.
Oh, don't make him press buttons.
Just move your microphone closer if you don't. Maybe. Dunno.
I'll be like one of those gamers where the microphone's in front of them.
Yeah.
All the time.
JC Briggs and Bill says, belly fish fingers and chips, bench Lego 1/5 Ducati 12.99, beverage can of Monster.
Monster.
And Anders says, belly barbecue pork chops, fresh potatoes and barbecue scallions and asparagus. What's a scallion? Bench dusted off the 172nd P51D Mustang and applying decals. What's a
nice
scallion?
job.
What's a scallion?
I just feel like doing some decals. I haven't done decals for ages.
Ted, you're not going to be doing decals for years at this rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's only about 3 on the Titanic. That
Yeah.
was as Titanic.
That pack of
That's all it is.
decals he's got, Fox, will be proper yellow, won't they? They look like an old smoking ceiling in a pub.
You
won't
watch,
they?
he'll be like, right, now I can do the decals. And it'll be just 2 decals, one that says Titanic and one that says Titanic. And that's it for the front and back. What's a scallion? Is it some kind of fish or something?
I do know what a scallion is, but I forgot. It's like
Is
Is
it like
not
a-
a shape?
is it like a
It's
scallop?
a shape of a meat thing is a scallion, I think.
No, Anders says scallion, a sort of onion.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a... I'm thinking of scallops, aren't I?
Yeah, I'm
You're
thinking
thinking
something different
scallops,
as well.
yeah.
Scallops.
Scallops,
The Bobbins
scallops.
has a choice of
Scallops.
cakes tonight. He says 1, Battenberg, 2, giant Jaffa cake cheesecake, or 3, both.
Option
I think,
three.
I think the answer's obvious, isn't it? It's option 3.
Giant Jaffa cake.
And if you can only have one, it's obviously number 2.
Yes.
I'm thinking we need a bit of quiet there just to take that in. Giant Jaffa cake cheesecake.
Yeah.
Just
All of
take
those
that
words
in
are good.
and say-
I'm thinking of that, and then as soon as I started thinking that, I've got that damn earworm back. Fox knows the one.
Colin, I can hear your blood sugar's going up already.
Mate, honestly, it's...
Just at the thought of it.
Oh.
Keith says, I want duck in plum sauce now. You said Chinese.
Yeah, that's right.
Lee Barrett says Belly Ham and Bacon Pizza Bench 148 AMT F4 Phantom from 1988. Challenge accepted.
Nice
Is it
Phantom.
Is it an actual original 1988 kit, like with like 40-year-old decals? Because that could be interesting.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Green Onions, it says Plastic Muddler. Welcome, Plastic Muddler. About scallions. Scallions is spring onions, says Highland Boy.
Why
And
do we
Richard
have
Tom-
to have a different name for them then? Why can't we just call them spring onions and green onions?
I don't know. Maybe it's a specific type of I don't know. Maybe it's the way they're prepared, perhaps. Richard Thomas, Scale Model World, says Belly, cheese and onion pasty, chips and baked beans. Bench, nothing under construction tonight. Looking through a future build, a 124th Hasegawa BMW 320i.
Nice choice.
And Candygram says a scallion is a cross between an onion and a garlic. They are delicious.
Spoon Glue says, Ted, is it a ding per build completed?
If
Now
it's
then,
a separate post.
yeah, you have to put them in separately. So yeah, you can't. That's it.
If you say last week I completed these 5 things, you get 1 ding. But if you say I completed this, ding. Then I completed this.
Yeah, because we don't just give the dings away, you know.
Yeah,
We don't-
but we're so nice. We actually explain how to game the system, which is quite nice.
Richard Thomas Scale says, ladies and gentlemen, 61 watching, 22 thumbs up. Can we get these guys to at least 50 thumbs up?
Absolutely.
Get your thumb up, Ted.
Get your thumb up. Put your thumb
Wait,
up.
Absolutely.
I need to put a comma in that sentence, don't I?
I just realised we haven't done Festus Factoids, have we?
That's
God,
all
no.
right. We've been having a good old chin wag because we
been-
was
yeah.
off last week. We was. So
We
yes,
have to
folks.
drag it back to the regular.
It's a 6-hour show tonight.
Yeah, folks. It's Fester's Factoid. Yes. And what can I say? On this week, in 1933, the first huge bucketful of wet concrete was poured to begin the building of Boulder Dam, later renamed the Hoover Dam in 1947.
Huge.
Absolutely. Every 2.5 minutes on average, around the clock, another 8 cubic yard bucketful was added, continuing until the last was placed in on 29th of May 33. Wow, that's a fair old wodge, isn't it?
I wonder if anybody ever said, hey, that bucket you just put in there, did you put any sand in it?
Yeah, I wonder whether any of them were a bit moody, a bit of a dodgy bucket. Well, you're not going to know until it leaks, are you?
Did you know about the Boulder Dam / Hoover Dam? It's not known for sure, but it's believed that there is at least one person entombed within the cement of the Boulder Dam.
Oh, really?
Because they cast it in blocks, you get a big rectangular block and you fill it with cement and cast it, and then do the next block at almost
Yeah.
like bricks. But so they make the big square pit, they fill it with cement, and then they move on to the next one. But they're like about 8 foot tall or something. So the story goes that one of the workmen actually fell in,
Yeah.
but there's no way to get them out.
Well, no, that's it. They're gone, didn't they? They're brown
Yeah,
bread,
it's like
mate.
he's gone in. There's no way to get them out. So there's apparently as well in some of the centres of some of the blocks they poured,
Excuse me.
it's still setting.
Yeah, they reckon some of it's still curing.
It can
don't they?
take hundreds of years for cement to cure. So there's still somebody in there possibly.
That's the one where they forgot to mix sand.
It's a bit moody though, isn't it? You think about it, all that concrete. It's like that's a lot, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we've got some births for you, folks. First up, we've got a German physiologist who
That's his
helped
mistake.
introduce physical and chemical methods into medical research called Ernst Wilhelm von Brucke, and he taught in Vienna in 1849 and 1890, where his School of Physiologists gained an international reputation. Yeah, happy days.
I gained an international reputation, but you don't want to know about it.
Yeah, oh god, we got a Flemish astronomer, a
Oh, God, this is gonna be
clergyman,
good. I'm ready. My
Brace
body is
yourselves.
ready.
who was known as a Ptolemy of his time. Despite going against the tenets of the church, he was an audacious proponent of the Copernican theory that the planets orbit around the sun, and his name was Godi Groy Wendelin. There you go.
I've eaten that once. It was quite nice.
Yeah, what did he
can't
do? He
even
made
begin.
more accurate measurements of the distance of the sun as previously made by
What was that?
Aristotelius 2,000 years earlier.
I don't even know half of the words of this.
I don't
From
know.
the geometrical relationship of the exact time of an half a moon.
I really
So,
wish you could see me right now, Colin.
Oh, mate, I'm so glad I can't, mate. We've got an Italian physician, philosopher and botanist who sought a philosophical and theoretical approach to plant classification called Andrea Sassalapinio, and he helped establish botany as an independent science. And last
Andrea.
up, this... Yeah, I can't go wrong with this one because it's one word.
I bet you
This
can.
bloke- Yeah,
You
this
just-
bloke.
yeah.
This bloke's a German astronomer and mathematician called Reggio Monotananus.
That's a lot of ends.
Yeah,
Anonymous.
I think I got that right. I could copy and paste that in the chat if I need to.
Famous German Reggie Hippopotamus.
Yeah, and he's responsible for the revival and advancement of trigonometry in Europe. His book, De Triangulus Omnidonicus, in 1464 is a systematic account of methods for solving triangles. There you go.
Dan Kramer says, I'm sure I've heard of who he's talking about, but I have no idea who he's talking about.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that
that's how you
bloke,
feel.
Reggie. I will copy and paste that in the chat for your perusal. Folks.
Reggie Hippopotamus.
Yeah, that's the bloke. So that's who I'm on about. So that's him. We've got some deaths.
Oh,
Yeah.
hat off.
Yeah, if you're taking your hat off, Fox. Let's have a looky, Lou. Not many deaths. We got a bloke called Louis Lumieri. Louis Jean Lumieri was a French inventor who worked with his brother Auguste T to make pioneering motion picture equipment. He invented a 25-pound cinematography, twin function projector and camera, which improved on Thomas Edison's kinetoscope. There you go, folks. Got another geezer who dropped dead here, George Andrew Reisner. He was an American archaeologist who directed many excavations in Egypt and Nubia. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Nubia, it says here.
Nubia.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I thought I'd done well there. We got another bloke who dropped dead, Alan Dower Bloomleyan, British electronics engineer, and he had 128 patents. Oh, patents. Contribute. I'm sitting there. I thought, I'm sure he was electronics and not a doctor. 120. He's here all week. Yeah, we're on the summer schedule. God, just well we ain't doing this every week. He contributed greatly in a wide field of electronics, including mono and stereo sound reproduction. And that's it, folks.
Oh, Lord.
There is your very professionally done. In fact, did you miss me?
Lee Barrett says, Festus so needs his own Muppet puppet.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I got my own Muppet puppet. I look at it every time I have a shave.
Andy McLeish says, Dan, I think it's 3 blokes from the pub and 1 from the library. King Bob is in, says, sup peeps.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Andy McLeish describes what you're saying as something familiar yet so far apart.
Absolutely. I thought I'd done well there. I thought, yeah, I've read that out.
Donald McKenzie says, belly, sausage rolls, cheesy beans and chips, bench, Revell, Top Gun Maverick, F-18 Super Hornet 148.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to see Top Gun tomorrow.
I've not even seen the original Ted. I'm ashamed of myself.
I think, yeah, well, I believe that it's a bit of a follow-on from the first one, but I don't believe you need to see the first one. To see the
Everyone
second one.
needs to have seen the first one. It's top.
I
Gun.
just I just
I've
thought
never
it would
watched the
be
first
one of
one.
those cheesy 80s movies that was. Yeah.
bow,
So
bow, bow.
and I got sick to death of hearing the record. So I
Yeah.
made a one-man protest on vowing never to watch it because I got my bottom lip out. See.
I can't stand the actor. What's his face? Thingy McPherson
Oh,
thing. So
Tom Cruise.
yeah,
Cruise.
so I don't watch his stuff because I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poetry. Keith says poetry in motion to you, Colin.
Good
Just
song
gonna
there.
go watch it for a bit of escapism, and because we see the real things going down the lakes every day. So
Yeah, because you get them buzzing quite low up there, don't
oh
you?
yeah, they're coming in really low at the moment. You know,
Yeah.
I think we're doing extra practicing because
Extra practicing.
Because of yeah.
Scale Model Ninja and the Bob are both in. Welcome to you too.
Hello, gents.
Annie McLeish says the fine art of language butchery. I'll take a side of verb and 4 finest adjectives.
Yeah. Can you tell that no preparation goes into the factoid? I load it literally as we're going live.
Well, Mark Shellard says Colin sounds like he's had a few tries trying to read out those names.
Not tries. Sounds like he's had a few trying to read
Yeah.
out
Oh, I
those
read it
names.
wrong. Oh, okay, that's even worse then.
Yeah, it's
It's what's in store time.
Is
Is it
that
now?
time already?
because it's that time already.
Let me load the what's in store. Hang on, let me do
I've
my
got
screen.
How you going to do that if you can't share? Can you share screen?
Yeah,
just his camera's not
it's a
working.
camera I've not got.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Sharing
No,
the screen and the window and there you go. Yeah, this week we're going to give you Google. It's available in
Yeah.
stores now.
Absolutely. What scale's that, mate?
The 1-to-1, approximately 12 billion pounds.
Yeah. What's that say? Goombay dance band favourite choices. Oh.
Oh yeah, best classic hit, best recordings for Colin. It says. Yes, this week does somebody want to do my introduction for me? Because I'm doing the.
No,
Yeah. This week is 6 choices of what's in store to get your chance of winning absolutely nothing. When Foxx is finished showing you all these delectable delights that he's chosen for your delectation. God.
Ooh,
I
get you
know.
with your D words. It's
When
delightful.
when he comes back and says go, type in the chat what you think. Don't do it before because you'll get the finger.
I'm pointing at the microphone. Good
Of
God.
shame. I know.
Yeah, wait for my finger of shame.
So when Foxx is good and ready, he shall begin. Have you
Yes.
cleared the tubes out, Ted? Because there might be cobwebs and bees in there because we weren't on last week.
I've done a midweek sort of tube
Flush.
cleaning.
Oh, you done a flush, did you?
Unfortunately, the hamster never came back, and it's
Yeah.
strange that the hamster never came back. And this week, Fox's camera's not working.
Yeah, we
Hey.
tend to use one of Fox's worn, sweaty socks, and you hear it go through the
Ew.
pipe.
Like that.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, well, we tried to flush all the bees out, but remember, if you want to win your nothing this week, make sure your eModels patented vacuum tube is ready and waiting. Ted, have you prepared it?
Yes, you've all got one. If you have a look behind the screen, it might appear.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah,
Why did I
everything-
just look at me other? No.
You've all got one. It's on the side. You know where I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every house is fitted with an eModels vacuum tube.
Mrs. Ted said it's on the side. Right, so let's get this done. So, don't forget, of course, before we get going, we don't know how many of these there actually are in store, because we don't work for eModels, we just do this because we're idiots. We don't work for eModels, and we love them, so we do this for free. But we don't know if there's like one of each thing or 1,000 of each thing in stock. So if any of these tickle your fancy,
Slap it in your basket.
and don't forget,
It's not yours till you check it out.
yeah, so if you want to make sure you get the thing, if you say, oh, I fancy that, get it in your basket and check it out. Because if it's in your basket and they've only got one and somebody else pays for it first, you've lost out. So
I cleared this point up with James the other day, actually. I asked James what happens if somebody puts an order in and then realises they need to buy something else like paint and puts another order in. So he said the system actually doesn't pick that up, but if you send them an email and explain that you put 2 orders in, they'll match them up for you. So
They
you'll
Yeah,
match up the order numbers.
yeah, he said that to
Yeah.
me. He said to me in the past, sometimes if they spot it, they'll do it anyway. But if best to just drop them an email, use the contact form that says, "Hey, I've put like X number of orders through. Can you just do them all in one?"
Yeah. And it'll sort
And
out
that-
it'll
And if
sort
they get
out
the mail on time.
So that's what you can do. You can check out what you see, and then when you've worked out that you want some paint, give it this, within the same day, and you want some paint or glue or something else, just drop them a line and say, can you match these two orders up? And they'll do that for you.
I've just suddenly realised I'm really glad that, say, something like Pornhub isn't actually on this little thing of regular websites.
Yeah, yeah.
I've just realised I'd never really look at Google because
So
anyway,
is that an admittance then? Is it?
I admit nothing. I've not. But I may have logged in as you and done lots of searches for like sexy goat and things like that.
Oh, cheers, mate. I
So-
wondered why I kept getting you logged in at 10 a.m. and I'm like, I was asleep.
Yeah, so you'll have a nice search history now. Anyway, shut up, Fox. Right, so let's crack on. So we have, first of all, there is a theme. These will reflect a theme. It's going to be really obvious and really easy. So don't answer until I come back and tell you. So first off, we have Dragon 172nd LCM 3 plus M4A1 Sherman. Yes,
Oh,
it's a landing
nice.
craft with the tank coming out and everything. Now, there's not a lot of information on here. Oh, there is a lot of information, actually. Shut up,
Cool,
Fox.
look at that lot.
Yeah. So you get your tank with the big snorkel. You can see on the yellow bit there, the big snorkel for the breathing as it comes out the landing craft. And you get some hedgehogs. You get 3 obstacles. You get a little sort of plastic-based diorama thing. Remember when we used to get the Airfix kits with a little plastic diorama?
Them and the Matchbox kits, wasn't it? Used to get the
Yeah.
tank with the little rubble dioramas and that.
Yeah, so you get that, and you get, I think it says it one-piece tracks, so I assume they're...
Yeah, and you could get some desert sand to go on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Cover that in it. Get some resin for the sea, and add sea to it.
Mhm.
And you get the landing craft as well. Let's have a look. It's
Nice.
a new kit. It looks old, but it's actually a new kit. The box art looks quite vintage. Let's have a look. Components need to create an impressive beach landing diorama in the box. You can just about hear the tank clanking down the steel ramp of the landing craft and splashing onto the surf.
I think I'd like the part where the ramp comes down at the front and splashes in the
Yeah,
water.
you could do yourself a real nice seascape, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what you could do is you could Warhammer this up and it'd look fantastic. So yeah, so if you fancy that, it's only 38 quid. Right, nice little thing. You can do your own diorama or use their diorama as a base for your own diorama. How cool is that?
Nice, I like that.
All right. So that's actually wasn't the first one. That was the 6th one. I don't know why I started on that one. I'll put that over there. Now, I'm just going to move that one there.
Yeah, I was going to say that's moved your item number 3, isn't it?
Yeah. Remember, don't forget, folks, item number 3 is contractually obligated. You have to buy that one, even if you don't want it. So the first one that wasn't the first one is the Dragon 172nd LCM3 and M4A1 Sherman. Next up, we have, it's given away too much now, you see, it's the wrong one. Next up, we have the Vallejo MC Set Alpine US Infantry NCO ×8 plus figure.
Oh, nice.
So it's basically a paint set with a figure in it. And it says Alpine, but that's just the name of the series. It's actually just any 1944 to 45 US infantry colours. You have a dude, and also the paints that you would use to recreate the typical colours for an American infantry of that period.
That's a good idea, isn't it?
I like that,
Yeah,
Ted.
with the figure.
Yeah, bung a figure in the paint set. What a brilliant idea.
Yeah. Now a lot of people do hem and haw about the correct colours for US infantry uniforms, and I researched into this quite a few years ago when I was buying an M1943 jacket. I found a real one, and apparently people say, oh, it should be this colour, or the trousers should be that colour, or the helmet should be this colour. Apparently it was massively varied in real life. Because they were all made at different times in different factories using different dyes and different materials. So there was never any massive consistency. So you've got a lot of freedom. So for the purists out there...
Absolutely. And if they was running out of a certain dye or material colour, they just went with what they had, didn't they?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there was sun and rain bleaching and things like that.
Yeah.
Because there are people that... Because when I was looking for an M1943 jacket, I was looking at, like, the actual people that get involved in this and the recreation people that, like, recreate battles and stuff. And some of them can get quite picky that the jacket isn't quite the right colour and that doesn't match the trousers. And apparently it's a case of, the real things don't match, so don't worry about it. So it's an Alpine figure and a set of Vallejo paints. for the £31. You get sunny skin tone, Iraqi sand, beige brown, khaki grey, khaki yellow, olive, olive brown, and German camouflage black brown, which is a really good colour, that one. Colours to paint your jackets, gaiters, webbing and gear, mustard wool trousers, and all other bits and bobs. So there you go. There's even a video on there to have a look at it from Viejo themselves. So that is the Viejo MC set Alpine US Infantry NCO ×8 plus figure. So you got your paint set and a dude.
Nice.
That one. So there you go. Next up we have the one you have to buy. Cashier number 3, please. An unusual one, the Bronco Models 135th Airspeed AS51 Horsa Glider Mark 1, but it's just the wings and the rear fuselage.
I see what they did there. They're only selling you half a kit, so they have to go buy the other half.
Yeah, no, it's quite clever because if they tended to explode and just fall apart on landing, and the wings would often get snapped off by Rommel's, what were they called? Rommel's asparagus, were all the big posts that you put up in all the fields near landing areas. So they often crashed and fell apart, and the wings got broken off anyway. So if you're wanting to do a diorama of a landed glider, get yourself like a 135th Jeep, perhaps, or similar, and some 135th figures. You're set because you've got half your Horsa there.
Yeah, you could partly bury it in the ground if you needed to, so it looks a bit dug in or something. You know.
Yeah, you could hassle the ends of it so it doesn't look quite as neat and clean as a brake. It could all be broken and battered. Were they like was it?
Yeah, weren't they designed that the front could be taken off anyway? So that
Yeah.
So that's what. Were they canvas and wood?
Yeah,
I think they were wooden canvas. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could easily distress it to look like it's real crumpled and bent at the break
Well,
point.
this is it. You could tear it so it looks like the canvas ripped on impact. And,
Yeah. So I really like the idea of that. It's just an unusual subject. It's like, there you go, here's half an aircraft, because they always crashed. The whole point was they were designed to crash.
But it'd be a really good background piece for the diorama as well, wouldn't it? If you've got, I don't know, just a random couple of dudes walking along with that in the background, it just tells a story, doesn't it?
And keep in mind, it's 135th. It's not going to be small.
Oh,
Because
really?
you don't tend to get 135th aircraft kits. So keep in mind those seats that you can see there, that's 135th scale.
That would work well with a tank diode then, wouldn't it? You know,
Yeah.
tank driving along and it comes across that.
And keep in mind the gliders are big enough to have jeeps and things in them, so it's not going to be small.
You could do a group of paratroopers having a brew before the move on.
Absolutely. It's, yeah.
So you can have some good fun with that, and it will be big, so it'll be quite cool, that. So there you go. That is the Bronco Models 135th Airspeed AS51 Horsa Glider Mark 1 wings and rear fuselage. Next up, we have the AFV Club 1350 US Navy LST 491 class World War II landing ship tank hashtag number 73519. I don't know why I read the hashtag number out.
Large
And I don't know why it says landing ship tank. I'm not quite sure why it says that.
Yeah,
but
LST landing ship tank.
why does it say tank on the end
with
there?
it.
Is this the weird military way of putting words in the wrong order?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they used to drive tanks on and then drive them up the beach.
Ah. So yes, this is the AFV Club. AFV Club makes some very, very good models.
Yeah.
And this is going to be, again, it's an unusual subject because it's not something you often get in kit form. Well, you know, you get your battleships and your torpedo boats and things, but you don't often get the actual landing craft landers.
If you ever see the video footage of D-Day and things like that, you'll see these tanks on the beach.
Yeah.
And you'll see them like with guys climbing down the webbing to get into the Higgins boats. This is the kind of thing they were coming off. Let's have a look. It's a newly tooled 4-deck section, rear vehicle ramp, 3 variants you can do. All the AA guns can be positioned horizontal or anti-aircraft. 6 different sets of decals. You can have the doors open or close. A highly detailed tank and vehicle deck. Higgins boats and Welin Davit systems. Doesn't say if there's any photo etch. Don't know. The details of the landing vehicle cabin are fully reproduced. The details of the landing craft and crane are fully reproduced. So there you go.
Yeah, just going back to the horse, Anders says that they were all chopped up in the winter because locals were getting cold.
That would be a good way of building it, Ted, wouldn't it? You could have a gaggle of locals and with a few wheelbarrows and that, just taking bits off of it, breaking it up and taking the firewood. So
add some. Get yourself some coffee stirrers to make bits of wood.
Yeah, be a nice little storyline for it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Annie McLeish says, "Oh God, don't get me started on historical reenactments." Yeah. So that's the AFV Club 1350 US Navy LST 491 class. If you're into your boats and ships, this is a very unusual subject because, like I say, you don't often see this kind of
What
vessel.
scale was that one again? Oh,
1350. So it's in line with the majority of ship kits. The most common is 1350 the most common scale. I'm not a big ship builder, Ted.
I don't know, really.
I think it's kind of common for your destroyers.
I think it
and things,
depends how big the ship is. I don't think there's a standard size for ships. Well, I've got that MTV down here that's been kindly gifted to me. That's in 1/35 scale, so that's big.
Yeah, I mean for your medium-sized things and maybe small corvettes and stuff, they tend to be, I think, maybe 1350. It's a common scale, but anyway, yes, there you go. An unusual subject for your shipbuilders out there. Next up, we have. There's always some Games Workshop. 12mm Citadel Balthazar Gold. It's a base paint. It's nice and opaque. It's a bronzy gold colour. If you want to do a more bronzy dark gold colour, this is your fella. Retributor armour is the bright gold. This is a more bronzy gold colour. And there you go. That's acrylic. It's Citadel make the best brush paints, the best paints for brushing ever, in my opinion. And you all need this in your collection. So there you go. Get one now. Go and do it now. Go on. I'll wait for you.
Yeah,
Whoa.
did you do white? Because I'm trying to do this Titanic and it's all white and I'm trying to brush paint it and it's
Yes.
white. Painting white is horrible.
Yes, there's either a way you can do it using 3 or 4 colours, or you can get Corvax white, which is quite opaque.
Yeah, lots of,
Or you can start off with Ulthuan grey, which is a light grey colour, and then Celestra grey, which is more opaque, and build it up that way. But that's lots of layers, so try Corvax white. It's quite opaque, but very thick. Or just, try not to brush paint white. Oh wait, it's the Titanic. Sorry about that.
yeah, it's all white.
You're just sitting there going, "Oh, why did I do this?"
Yeah,
Are they just too small to be sprayed? Those bits.
why did they paint this? Why did they choose the Titanic? Why is it white?
Next, I'm going to do the ship from Blake 7. Oh,
Yeah, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
yeah. Or just paint a tan colour underneath it first.
What you do, painting white, is put a bit of red in your base coat, in your primer. Put a little bit of red
so
in
you
your
can see it.
primer.
I've got cushion stuffing sticking in my watch strap. I must have.
Oh, I wondered what you was going to say then.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
I
you
don't
now
wanna
know
know,
why
yeah.
Foxx is not.
I think I've ripped the cushion on the arm of my chair, and it's got all the stuffing sticking out the strap of my watch. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, Balthazar Gold. It's a really nice dark gold bronzy colour. Goes well with the Reichland Flesh Shade and the other golds in the Citadel range. Beautiful paints to brush paint. Get some soon. Last of all, if you haven't guessed the thread so far, this should make it kind of obvious. We have the Italeri 172nd Pegasus Bridge Glider Assault.
Yeah.
It's one of Italeri's sort of a series of diorama kits where you get lots of different kits to build up a scene.
Yeah, I think this is mainly for the tabletop gamers, isn't it?
No, not really, but they do use it for that. But Italeri have started doing, and Revell have started doing these like diorama sets. I don't know if they're specifically with the tabletop gaming in mind, but you could build games around it. But yeah, no, it's like really nice looking set.
It's perfect, isn't it? I love that.
They do seem to have started making this a regular thing, both Italeri and Revell. So you get lots of different models in there. You've got your Kubelwagen there. You have, what have we got? Let's have a look. You've got the bridge itself. You've got an Opel Blitz with that's not an 88. That's a flat. No, it's not. It's a. I can't remember what that is now.
So somebody in chat will tell us what sort of gun that is.
Yeah,
It's an anti-tank gun.
yeah, it's not an 88. It's far too small for an 88. And you get lots of American dudes as well. Or wait, no, it wasn't Americans. It was the British.
Yeah, it was the paratroopers, wasn't it?
It was the Oxen Bucks.
Might tell you in the description below whether
It might do.
you get.
Was it the Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire dudes, wasn't it? The 6th British Airborne Division. There you go. They had to capture the bridge, defeated the dudes. As a point of reference for all those who visit the most significant places of Overlord, you get the MDF laser cut Pegasus bridge. So it's a wooden scenery piece. British paratroops, German paratroops, 3 German guns, 2 anti-tank and 1 flak. You get a Kubelwagen with a broken windscreen, which is, I don't know if it comes with a broken windscreen, and a flat tyre. That's quite nice. And that's all the information we've got.
Yeah, I think the gun was a pack 40, wasn't it?
Yes, it's a pack.
Anders says it's a pack 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's what Anders is putting at 75mm.
So it clearly includes other stuff, but they haven't mentioned it. Like you get the Kugelwagen. And I like the fact you get a 1/72 Kugelwagen with an opening door.
Couple of flat tyres on it. It's like,
Yeah. So it's a wonderful little set. If you want to build yourself a nice little diorama, and there's lots of other stuff you could do to add to it, because you're not limited to what comes in there. You've probably got your own diorama. They've obviously added lots of grass textures to it. You've got your own grass textures and things. You can diorama parts. You can add lots more 1/72 troops. You can do it however you want.
That
But
is
yeah,
really nice, that.
I think that
like
looks fantastic.
Mm.
I think it looks great, and it'll certainly be quite a commanding piece. I assume they've used resin there for the base. I don't know if it comes with the base or if that's completely. Let's have a look. It doesn't say. It might just be all the model kits you need to make the diorama. I'm not 100% sure. I know
Have a
some of
look
these,
when you go onto the website, folks. See what
Yes.
see for yourselves. But yeah.
Yeah, some of these do come with the actual base as well, but that might not be the case. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. Have a look. That's the Italy 1/72 Pegasus Bridge Glider Assault. An iconic moment in history. So, I don't know if I really need to go through them again, but I will. Started off with the one that should have been at the end. I'll put it at the end. We started off with the Alpine Mini, or the Alpine figure, and the Vallejo MC set of paints to go with that for painting your US infantry from 44 to 45. The Bronco models 135th, keep that in mind. S-Speed Horsa Glider, wings and butt. We have the 1350 US Navy from AFV Club, the LST 491 landing ship tank. Citadel Balthazar Gold, and the Italeri 1/72 Pegasus Bridge diorama set, and last of all the Dragon LCM3 plus M4A1 Sherman. So I don't think it's going to be that hard for anyone, but I shall say, what is the theme for tonight? Go, and I'll leave this up there because there's no point coming out of this because they'll get it straight away.
I've just worked out where the paint comes in. It's just tweaked where the paint comes in.
Yeah. La 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 la. And Andy Preston is straight in with the right answer, which is of course D-Day.
Yeah, and
D-Day.
there was somebody that gets a finger of shame because they answered too soon.
Yeah, Mark
Shellard.
Mark,
Even
Mark.
I'm pointing the finger of shame at the microphone.
Finger of shame.
Oh, dude.
You get the finger of shame. Even I'm doing it, but you can't see it.
Point and that. Yeah.
Do I need to explain it?
No.
No. The only one made that one because one of the beaches was called Gold. I didn't find anything for Juneau, Omaha, or Utah, or Sword.
It just tweaked that one. Yeah, there was no Utah paint, was there? Or Omaha.
No, I looked for Utah, Omaha, Gold, Sword, and Juneau, but found nothing. So.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was the D-Day theme, and there you go. So who got that then? Who was it? Andy Preston?
Andy.
So well done, Andy Preston.
Hang on, yeah, I'll just hang on. Oh, the tube's blocked a bit. Hang on a minute. There we go. Yep, it's on its way. Yep,
Your package of nothing is on the way.
Yep, it'll be with you as we speak. So
Apologies if there are maybe one or two bees. We thought we'd flush them out, but you never know.
Absolutely.
Bees are devious. You can't count on them at all.
Just be careful when you receive it.
But don't forget, folks, all those items are in store now. So go and pick all of them up now. Go and buy them now. Go now.
Absolutely.
Nice ones in
I
here
do,
this week, yeah.
I do like that dio. That looked really nice, didn't it?
Yeah. It does look rather good, actually.
Mm.
I say, I don't know whether you get the actual basing or not, because that looks like it's got lots of resin and stuff in there, so I suspect you make that. I suspect it's everything you need to make the diorama.
Yeah.
yeah, there's probably a little sort of caption at the bottom. Trees and grass is not included.
Trees and wooden frame and picture frame and other stuff not included.
Everything is not included in this kit.
Andy McLeish says, Shellard, you numpty.
Don't hold back, Andy, will you, mate?
It's good to see you all. You've been chatter all.
Mark's sitting there going, oh no.
Well, Mark actually says, oops.
Yeah, he'll now have to stay at home for a few days, one in case people point at him in the street.
Yeah, he's not going to come into our streams for a while, is it? Oh no, I don't know what to do with myself.
It's the way you did with the surname, like it's a school teacher. Shellard.
He says, I was excited, I couldn't hold it in.
Bless him.
Yeah, people have been nudging each other and pointing in the street now.
Shall we send him? Shall we send him some of the bees that we've got left over, Ted?
Hang on. I think I've got something that I can see.
Yeah, he's going to go down the shop later, and he's going to hear all the people gossiping, going, "You see him over there? That's the bloke. There, him. Yeah."
Premature answerification.
Every time he walks down the street, whoever's coming towards him will go,
Yeah.
"You."
Him. Shame.
Consolation prize is on its way to you, Mark.
What was the consolation prize, Ted?
Can't tell you that.
Absolutely. Oh, we've got a thing as well, haven't we?
Was it bees?
Yeah, we've got a thing to go.
We got a thing, haven't
Yeah,
we?
it's
Wait, who's doing the
almost
giveaway?
finishing time. So before we do that, we've got a thing.
Sir
Has anybody
Christoph Gross.
Ooh, I suddenly realised we hadn't actually decided who was doing it.
Yeah, it's on the screen
Yeah,
there.
look. Do you want to win a thing? You can win this thing.
Yeah, and then you can finish it and get a ding for the thing that you win.
Yeah.
That week I wasn't here because of things. They give that away then, so they're giving another one away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 172nd. You know what it is. It's the ghost of Kiev, Ukrainian Air Force. It's there. It's lovely. You can build it yourself. What do we
And it's
need in the
free.
comment?
Stories about ghosts and ghouls.
Give us a good excuse why Fox's camera isn't working.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I know why it's not working. Cause
A
we need them to give you a good
family-friendly
excuse as to
reason.
Yeah. What was really going on behind Fox's camera?
Yeah.
But keep
Special
it family
things.
friendly.
special things that only princesses can know about.
So yes, not next week, the week after, we shall be giving that away. So you've got 2 weeks to get your entry in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do it.
And all you need to do is, as always, wait till this stream is finished and it's just a normal video. Give it 5 minutes after it finishes, and just put a comment on the stream as like a normal comment. And put a comment on and what we're doing. You want why I've not got a camera? Reason excuses for me not having a camera. Okay.
Yeah. Family-friendly reasons why Fox's camera's
Yeah.
not working.
We might read them out, so don't do anything rude, or we'll just remove any rude comments.
Yeah. Cool. But there. Well, I think that brings us nicely to the end of the show. So don't forget, we're not here next week because we're on our summer timetable.
Woohoo! Party time.
Yeah, because we're out having barbecues and getting drunk
Barbecue.
every other week now.
Like we get good weather for barbecues.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun was out yesterday, or was it yesterday? Was it the
It
day
was raining
before?
yesterday.
You're
in the Lake District. You don't get sun. You just get
we
grim
did
rain.
the other day because I went up a fell. Yeah.
Most
I don't know
Brits start a barbecue, then the microwave gets used, doesn't it? Because it starts raining. We'll just move indoors.
Well, we've got the best of both worlds. We've just got a George Foreman grill, so we put that out. It's a big one.
Yeah.
We just put it outside, and if it rains, we just bring it inside. It's one of the
pretty
big,
much what
massive
happens,
barbecue
isn't it?
size ones.
Yeah. I still haven't been convinced that barbecues are any better than just normal stuff done on the grill. So.
Exactly.
Well, it's nice. But it's nice to sit outside and have somebody else making the burgers for you. Just put them on your face.
Yeah, to be surrounded by flies and other creepy crawlies trying to get on your grub. Yeah, it's great
Hey, it's
fun.
extra protein. Extra protein. Don't knock it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it. We're going to go and fire up the Barbie now. Because
Mark Shellard says, "I'll wait this time." No, you can do it now. You can do it now, Mark. You've got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed the show, don't forget give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. If you've just come in and we've surprised you and you've come in and wondering what it's all about, like and subscribe down here somewhere, and then you'll know when we're around about. Anyway,
Don't forget, if you didn't like the show, do a thumbs down, but do it twice to make your point especially special.
Yep.
And don't forget, of course, if you have any complaints, please send them to helgan35@geocities.com.
Absolutely. Click the bell, folks, so that you get notifications of our uploads and content.
Yeah, because we have some surprise uploads and things coming on because we do live at the benches now with our builds, and we don't always sort of know when we're doing them or announce them. Maybe they come at a weekend when James is off.
Yeah.
So,
The next one's this Wednesday, folks. Me and Dave doing our workshop bench live.
I've got
5:30.
I've got some more of the Titanic prepared and come over and do that as well. So,
I will at some point get a chance to paint more of the Imperial Knight and film it and get it up on the channel.
There you
At
go.
some point, I'll find a
There you
new
go.
build to do as well. But
Yeah, Cole's video's going up this week. There'll be another Suzuki bike video going up this week as well. folks.
Suzuki.
Chris, if only there was a website where you could actually acquire a new model to do for eModels.
Yeah.
There's a website where you could do that.
it would be a good idea if there was. But you know,
He's waiting to see whether they do part works. That's what he's waiting for.
If only there was an internet you
Yeah.
could use.
Yeah, if we go, do they do any screw together kits? Let's have a look.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, if you'd liked any things that you've seen on the site tonight, yeah, go and have a look at the eModels website. If there's anything that's concerned you or anything, yeah, it's Telegram 35 for curiosities. But until next week, not next week, the week after.
Week after.
Yeah, and we'll see you all again then. So thanks everybody for joining us. Good night.
Stay safe,
Good night.
everyone. Take care.
Bye now.
Adios,
Goodbye.
amoebas. I'm
He's
waving.
Fox-
Oh, God, I'm
he's Fox
waving.
He's waving.
Come
I'm
on.
waving.
He's
Go
waving,
build
isn't he?
something. Build something awesome.
Make something awesome.